bring you over to Vail, and we're going to find out more. Sarah has the cycle effect with her now. This nonprofit spotlight is brought to you by Slifer Smith and Frampton Foundation, which supports the local community through needs-based giving, with a focus on families, youth enrichment, and environmental stewardship. Give to one, give to many at ssffoundation.org.
Thank you, Tricia, at the Found Effect, a former participant and now board member. And so great to see through that video just the impact that you're having with young women throughout the Valley. And I've gotten to see this firsthand. I live just down the street from one of your hubs, Eagle Middle School, and getting to see these young ladies on the bikes day after day. And the other hub is in Battle Mountain.
We park all this stuff at Battle Mountain and we kind of ride in and out of there. It's easy access for whether the kids are middle school or high school. So yeah, we try to make it easy on the girls instead of having to have them travel to us.
And how many participants do you have in a given season?
So this year, organizational wide, we're going to work with about 315 girls. So when Coco started, it was 10, and so now it's going to be 315. In the Valley, it'll be about 130-ish, I think. And then, so we provide all the bikes, all the coach, like 80 plus days of coaching a year. We provide food, nutrition, transportation to races and things like that. So we really help them build kind of a lifestyle into mountain biking instead of kind of giving them a 2 or 3 day experience and then kind of sending them back to life and saying, hope you had fun. Our goal is to really make them go off to college with their bike like Coco did years ago.
And tell us more about the team. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is super fun.
Poker ride, which I didn't know what a poker ride was, but this sounds like a really to build up with the ride before the event at Moe's.
So May 14th at Moe's Barbecue and Eagle, we're going to do what's called the poker ride, which is you go out and ride with the team and go around the Haymaker Trail, and you can pick up cards at different checkpoints, and then you get to go back to Moe's and play your card, your poker hand, and I'm sure it gets a prize, or what the prizes are or anything like that. But then there's live music and great beer and great barbecue and stuff like that. So it's always a really well attended event that's super fun and kind of kicks off the mountain bike season for us down in Eagle.
Perfect. Yeah. And then Coco, you started this in 8th grade and as we mentioned, went through the program and are still very active on the board. Tell us about your experience first as a participant and now as a board member.
Well, as a participant, I think it was hard. I will admit it was hard at first, but then after a while, it was just kind of awesome to see like what we were learning in biking. I could apply it to real life. Brett kind of was like the first one to tell me like, hey, do you want to go to college? And I was like, I haven't really thought about it, So he helped me like do connections with people that gave me the opportunity to go to college for free. So I went to Mesa and then I came back, did volunteer coaching for a while, and then I decided to get my master's, which now I have my master's in social work. And then from there I worked at Vail Health, and that's when I jumped up on the board. I just started this January, so it's been awesome and amazing just to see how I did a full circle,
That's so great. And what would you say the biggest lesson is you've learned through your involvement with the Cycle Effect?
I think a lot of it has to do with like responsibility, but community connections, because I feel like young, I didn't know like so much. I just was like, just my household is important, but getting involved in your community, and I felt like the Cycle Effect really gave me that opportunity. Like we had to do a lot of volunteer work, like cleaning up trails or building trails. Like I remember all that. I didn't even know that was possible, So I think that was one of the major things, like community connections, connecting with your community, no matter who they are.
And how many young ladies have been through this program since the beginning?
Somebody just asked me that, and I have to, as a visionary person, I was not a big data collector in the first 3 or 4 years, but we estimate that at least 1,000 girls have gone through the program over the last 10 years.
That's great.
If I just do some simple math and stuff like that. The other part of what we're doing is we also have outreach programs, so we're going to be in local schools working with a lot more kids in those 300, but we kind of consider that 300 our core program for these young ladies. And then also we just started, it's gotten a lot of traction in the Valley, we just started a bike recycle program, so we get a lot of bikes donated to us. We actually have a mechanic that's fixing them up and then making sure they get out to people in the community that have the need for a bike, whether that's participants' families. I ride with the Latina moms group that we go out and ride bikes and stuff like that, and they're always looking for bikes, or people that are looking for bikes to commute and stuff like that. So all that information is on our website. It is very new. It's like 2 weeks old and we've already gotten 300 people requesting bikes and stuff like that. So we'll catch up eventually, but yeah, so we try to do all these different things to make sure we're hitting the target demographic we're trying to work with and get girls like Coco into the program.
Perfect. So impactful, and just seeing your experience through the program and how you, like you said, you've come full circle from participants to now serving on the board
Yeah.
and impacting other young women's lives. And por los que hablan español, ¿puedo decirnos un poquito más?
Sí, el programa es el Cycle Effect. Yo tengo muchos años haciéndolo, pero creo que lo más importante de mencionar es que estamos buscando a muchachas que quieran participar en el programa. Si sí quieren, por favor, vayan al cycleeffect.org. Ahí está la aplicación. No hay sí hay un costo de $200, pero el que no pueda, tenemos una beca que cubre el 90%. So, por favor, que nada los limite, por favor, apliquen.
Great. Coco, Brett, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much for having
Thank
us.
you.